on GCMS and welcome back. Today we are here with Dr. Fasano, the assistant principal. Let's get right into the first question. If you can add an elective of your choice, what would it be and why?
That's a great question, Tyler. In the middle school, we try to prepare students for life ahead, moving on beyond the middle school. So a great course that we could offer is maybe a business finance class or a personal finance or money in the real world, something about that. Teaching students how to save money, how to budget and plan, because when you go into high school, that's when you start getting a job for the first time, and you really want to know how to manage your money, save money, invest it wisely, and think of goals for what you're going to do with your money. We all work for a reason, right? We want things, but you want to be able to afford those things without going into debt.
All right. Okay. And what is one thing that most people don't know about being an assistant principal?
Assistant principals are really good at juggling.
Really good at juggling?
And by that, I don't mean a bunch of balls or bowling pins. I mean juggling
like multitasking?
A lot of things that go on. Exactly. So 1 minute I could be talking to a student about a discipline problem. Another moment I could be helping a student with a math problem. Another minute I could be fielding a phone call about transportation or buses or a concern that a parent has. And then a teacher has a question or a concern about testing schedule that's coming up. So being able to balance all those things and keep all the balls in the air. Assistant principals are really good at that.
Really good at that. All right. And then what is one thing you can see differently about the students in each grade here?
It's really interesting watching the progression of the students. You know, in 6th grade, the students come in, they're a little shy, they're nervous. You know, the first 2 weeks of school, they're not really sure where to go. And then all of a sudden, click, they get it. And they understand where they're going. 7th grade, you come in now, you're confident, you have a year under your belt, but you have the opportunity to take new classes with new teachers and you really enjoy it. 8th grade, you're like, I'm the king of the world. And then you realize somewhere in the middle of the year, oh man, high school's next year. So you really buckle down, you get serious. You're really working towards, you know, what courses are on my high school transcript? Where am I going next year in high school? What am I looking to do? So it's really cool watching that progression in the middle school.
And now, what do you look forward to when you come to work every day?
What we're doing right now, Tyler. I love talking with the students every day. My day starts every morning on the front steps, seeing the students as they come in. It ends with the students leaving. And during the day, I love walking into classes, seeing the smiles on the kids' faces, the high fives in the hallway.
It's almost like you wouldn't be here if the students weren't here.
Correct. I have nothing to do if there's no students here, right?
Okay. And then what is a dream of yours that you want to achieve in the future and why?
Eventually, Tyler, I want to be a principal.
Principal?
I would love to be the principal of a middle school someday. I would love to be able to work a little more closely with teachers, parents, students.
Is there really, in terms of like principal, is there a difference between middle school and high school?
No, I think it's just you're working towards a different goal, right? So in high school now, students have aspirations of moving on to college, and you're talking about college preparedness and preparing for life after school. Middle school, to me, is the best because students are at all different phases of their lives, and they're middle school students are really curious and creative and energetic. When students come in every morning, like, it starts right away. You know, everybody's ready to go, rocking and rolling right away. Middle school is such a fun place to be.
And last thing about that, so what's like the main difference between like the job that you do as an assistant principal compared to like the actual like principal?
That's a great question, Tyler. Here we have a really great team. So everybody works together. Myself, Mr. Marr, Mr. Escobar. So we really share a lot of the responsibilities, and we work very closely together. So it's my hope that if and when I ever become a principal, I will have a team like that, and we could share the responsibilities. So that way, it's not one person carrying the whole load.
All right, and last question here. So what is something you wish you had in your school that they offer here at GCMS?
Yesterday, I got to tell you, I walked into Miss Shabelli's tech class in the cafeteria. They were flying the drones. I would give anything to have had the opportunity to learn how to fly drones when I was in middle school. My son, who's in 2nd grade, loves to fly drones. and he could do it far better than I can.
Right.
And I was playing around with him yesterday on the iPads, and I did okay, but not great. I really wish I had the opportunity.
So you wish they had like more like interactive programs type thing?
Yeah, that would have been great.
All right. That's Dr. Fasano, and that's a wrap.